48,000. That is how many house fires started from electrical failures in the United States last year. The single most common ignition source was not faulty wiring behind the walls. It was not lightning. It was the $7 power strip sitting on the bedroom floor of an average American home with 6 things plugged into it. A $7 power strip contains approximately 4 inches of copper wire, thinner than a strand of human hair. A plastic housing engineered to melt at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and in most cases a certification logo that does not appear in any recognized testing database on Earth. That device is not a product. It is a calculated risk, running unsupervised arithmetic on a carpet next to a curtain all night long. Amps times resistance equals heat. Heat plus time plus plastic equals ignition. And ignition does not announce itself before it enters a bedroom at 3 in the morning. The power strip industry generates over $2 billion in annual revenue. The copper wire inside the cheapest models costs the manufacturer 11 cents. The gap between those two numbers is the margin that 48,000 families paid for last year. Every hardware store in America dedicates an entire wall to power strips. $5, $7, $9. 3 feet away on the same shelf, a surge protector sells for $35. Same shape, same outlets, same glowing light. That similarity is not a coincidence. It is a design strategy. The budget strip is engineered to look indistinguishable from actual surge protection. Inside a standard budget power strip with combined sales exceeding 200,000 units, the components are almost comically minimal. A thin circuit board with copper traces runs straight from the plug to the outlets. No MOV, the metal oxide varostor that absorbs voltage spikes. No fuse, no thermal cutoff. The orange indicator light does not monitor protection, it only confirms electricity is flowing. It will signal everything is fine right up until the housing begins to deform from heat. A real surge protector carries a joule rating on its packaging. No joule rating means no surge protection. There is no middle ground. If the word joules does not appear on the box, what sits on that shelf is a power splitter with a marketing department. But the absence of surge protection is not what causes house fires. What causes house fires is hidden inside the cord itself, a single number that most consumers have never heard of and that manufacturers are not required to print in readable size. Every power strip carries a specification stamped into the cord, a number followed by the letters AWG, American Wire Gauge. 16 AWG is the thinnest wire legally permitted. It handles 13 amps maximum. 14 AWG handles 15 amps. 12 AWG handles 20 amps. A standard wall outlet delivers 15 amps, 1,800 watts. A 16 AWG strip is rated for 13 amps, 1,560 watts. A portable space heater draws 12.5 amps. Plugged into a 16 AWG strip, that heater runs the wire at 96% of maximum capacity. Every hour, every night. The wire temperature rises, not enough to smell, just enough to soften the PVC insulation millimeter by millimeter, week after week, until 2 conductors make contact inside the cord. The resulting arc fault produces temperatures exceeding 6,000 degrees at the contact point, inside a plastic housing on a synthetic carpet against a polyester curtain at 3 in the morning. Thermal imaging data on loaded power strips confirms the gap. A 16 AWG strip carrying 1,500 watts reaches 147 degrees Fahrenheit at the plug within 40 minutes. The same load on 12 AWG wire registers 89 degrees, 58 degrees of difference, 1 number on the back of a cord. That is the entire margin between a house standing in the morning and a house not standing in the morning. The wire gauge determines whether the cord overheats, but what determines whether the product should have been sold at all is printed on the housing in letters so small, most consumers need a flashlight to read them. Every electrical product sold in the United States should carry a mark from a recognized testing lab. UL listed or ETL listed. Both mean an independent lab disassembled the product, tested it under load, and confirmed it will not kill someone under normal use. The offshore manufacturing sector figured out the loophole. Manufacturers print a logo that resembles UL but uses different letter forms. The consumer buying a $7 strip at 11 at night will never notice. An analysis of 20 best-selling strips under $10 on Amazon found 7 with certification marks that could not be verified in any database. 2 displayed logos nearly identical to UL that were actually unrelated export marks. 3 printed the word certified with no organization and no file number. A real UL mark has a file number. It can be checked at the UL directory in 30 seconds. If the number returns nothing, that device was never tested. Every link in the chain between factory and bedroom is betting on one thing, that nobody will spend 30 seconds checking. Plugging a power strip into another power strip is prohibited. The National Electrical Code prohibits it. OSHA prohibits it. Every manufacturer prohibits it on page 1 of their instructions. It is happening right now in half the homes in America. When 2 strips connect in series, the total current of every device on both strips flows through one cord, one plug, one wall outlet. That outlet was designed for one strip. The plug prongs undergo thermal cycling. They expand under load, and they contract when the load drops. Over months, the contacts loosen. Loose connections arc. Arcing produces thousands of degrees at the contact point. That heat can start a fire behind a desk inside a wall where nobody detects it until combustion has begun. The American garage. A strip on the floor. A second strip plugged into the first. A battery charger, a shop light, a compressor, a phone charger. All running through one 15-amp outlet installed for a single light fixture. That is not power distribution. That is a fuse without a rating connected to a circuit without a limit inside a room full of gasoline and paint thinner. Every power strip in a home can be checked in 2 minutes. Check the label. Find the AWG number. If it reads 16 and anything over 1,000 watts is connected, move that device to the wall immediately. Space heaters, air conditioners, and microwaves go directly into an outlet. No strip, no cord, no exceptions. Identify the certification mark. Confirm UL or ETL with a file number. No number means no testing. Test the cord temperature under load. If it is warm, the wire gauge is undersized. Warm today means hot next month. Check each plug. If any plug wobbles or slides out without resistance, the contacts are worn. Replace the strip that day. Inspect the housing. Yellowing, cracks, or warping near any outlet means thermal damage has already occurred. A certified surge protector with 14 AWG wire and a Joule rating above 1,000 costs $15 to $25. The difference between that and the $7 strip on the floor is $8. $8 stands between a device that fails safely and a device that fails violently, between a house that is standing in the morning and a house that is not. 48,000 electrical fires every year. That number has not moved in a decade. It has not moved because the same 11-cent copper wire is still being installed in the same $7 housing and shipped to the same bedrooms in the same houses across the same country. And nobody with the power to change it has any financial reason to. The smoke detector on the ceiling is the last warning. The power strip on the floor is the first failure point. Check every strip in the house tonight. Read the label, verify the number, test the cord temperature. And if what is printed there does not match what should be inside, that strip belongs in a trash can before midnight. Because the arithmetic inside that plastic housing does not pause when the lights go out. It accelerates, and it only needs to solve the equation once. If this changed what you know about the device sitting 3 feet from where you sleep, subscribe now. Every subscriber tells the algorithm that this information matters more than the ads for the companies selling the $7 strip. Share this with one person whose home you have been inside. You already know which outlet you are thinking about.